Heidi here. Yeah, me down in the corner again. You know what that means. It's what's sold time. I'm going to try and do, so it's just past the middle of the month in August of 2023, and I'm going to try to do the first 2 weeks of August. The 1st through the 14th or the 15th? Where did I stop? The 15th. I know, that's more than 2 weeks, but let's not be persnickety. So I have a lot of stuff to share, so I'm crinkling the paper. So I'm going to try to move along. Hi kids, future Heidi here, editing Heidi, and I did not rip right along. I nattered on for almost an hour. So I'm going to split this video in 2 parts, and this will be called part 1. And the other half, hey, here's an idea, let's call that part 2. So don't be afraid. And be a little lackadaisical in my presentation. I have 43 items on eBay that sold and 21 on Poshmark. They're in date order from the 1st through the 15th, and we're going to have to rip right along. So the first item that sold on the 1st of August sold on Poshmark, and it's this Pure Jill, J-Jill long cotton duster cardigan. I paid too much and I sold it for too little, but I was in a mood accepting offers. I got this in April, and I paid $5.99 and sold it for $20. For each item, I'll give you my net, which is net after all fees and cost of goods. Okay, so when I say my net, that includes the platform fees, the commission, right, and any shipping that I had to pay. I always get paid for shipping and then pay for shipping on eBay, and on Poshmark sometimes I pay $2.02 on an offer. So my net on this item was only $10, but we like $10 any old time. Next item that sold was also on Poshmark on the 1st. This pair of Torrid jeans, the Bombshell Skinny. I got these at the outlet for $1. I got them in June, and they sold for $20. My net after everything was $15. I don't sell a lot of Torrid. I don't think I'm good at it. Vineyard Vines is a brand I'm starting to figure out. So this is a men's large pocket t-shirt. Every day is a good day for something. Every day, I don't know what it stands for. My sister told me and I can't remember. But I put it in there in case other people know. I got this in April. I paid $3.99. I took an offer of $17. My net after fees was $9.61. So the Vineyard Vines that sells for me, I don't get just plain t-shirts with whales on them, but whales that have funny outfits like this one. I mean, everything beach, right? A fanny pack, Hawaiian shirt, board shorts, sunglasses, and a visor. That's like the ultimate touristy whale. And I still only netted $9.61, so you can imagine what you would get with a t-shirt with just a whale outline. I sold another one that did a lot better for like $28 or $30, that the whale was all dressed up like an American flag. So the other Vineyard Vines items that do well, I will have coming up in just a moment. The other ones that I do think are worth getting if the price is right. Okay, so my next sale was on eBay, a pair of Duluth Trading Fire Hose bib overalls. So these are bib overalls. They were in like new condition. I put new without tags because they had clearly never been washed. So there's the tag. And on Duluth Trading, the style is always that first 5-digit number, 18102. If you Google that, you'll find what they're called. I had listed these in June for $65, and I took an offer of $40. My net after everything, $27.91. I would get those again for sure. Okay, this is back on Poshmark. This is another kind of Vineyard Vine item I will get, and that is a men's shirt with a name inside. So this is called the Tucker shirt, 100% linen. I got this July 7th and sold it for $21. I paid $3.19, net after everything $11. So I'm happy if I'm above the $10 mark. Easy to list, sold quickly. I noticed that probably 80% of my sales these 2 weeks were items that I listed in the last 60 days. So I love to move old items, but it tells me I'm buying the right things and I'm doing the right price if something sells within 30 or 60 days. That is great. Okay, the next item is this Chico's. Where am I? I'm on Poshmark. Find it. Oh, this one got out of order. Yeah. So this was a Chico's wool jacket. It was Chico's design, which means it's, artier. There's the label. And as you can see, it was black wool covered with elaborate kind of primitive animal embroidery. And really beautiful. I sold that. I listed it last December. I paid $4.19 for it, but it did sell for the full price of $39. So sometimes you just have to wait. It only had 4 likes, but sold for $39. Very happy about that. My net after fees and everything, $24.99. Oh, so I have some sad stories here about AG jeans, AG pants. This pair is not a sad story. I typically get Adriana Goldschmied men's pants. These are the Protege. That cut comes in both denim and chinos, but these, as you can see, are like a gray chino pant. And I got these in June and listed them for, can't find my cost. Oh, my cost was, I got them at the bins, $1.25. I listed them for $35. I took an offer of $26.25. So my net after everything was $17.95. I like that. Sold quickly from June to August. I picked up another pair the same day in brown, and they had a very sad ending, which you will hear about. Just not being careful. So these also I picked up in June at the Goodwill outlet. I paid $1.25. These are vintage chick jeans. There's a little chick there. Where is the chick? Yeah, there was no chick name in the waistband, just on the tab and on the label. And these were, where did I find this style? I called them the Modern 12 High Rise Mom Taper Light Wash. And they were a size 18 in the vintage. So I always tell people, be sure you check my measurements. Listed them for $25 in June and took an offer of $18.75. My net after everything, boy, are those classic 80s jeans. Net after everything was $14.24. I would only do that at the bins. I don't buy vintage mom jeans anymore unless they're very cheap. Because my jean prices at most of my stores now are $7.99 if it's not a sale day. You can't sell jeans for $20 if they're $7.99. The Normal brand pants. I'll show you the label. Normal brand. The Normal brand. There it is. These came in a thread-up men's box. Paid $4.20 for them. I would not pick them up. I'm not recommending them to you as a brand. But I did list them for $25 back in February, and they sold for $25. Net after everything was $15.44. So I frequently make money on men's thread-up boxes, but I do list things that I wouldn't normally buy. I probably wouldn't have even bought these at the bins, but it's possible. Here's why. The Normal brand, they're good quality pants. I'm sure people like them. They're just not very searched for, if you know what I mean. And boy, is that hard to search for those to do comps. I had to go into brand and put the Normal brand. I couldn't just use it as keywords. So very difficult item to sell. So back in December, early December, I bought, I think, 6 pieces of Lefton Christmas hollyberry ceramic stuff. I bought a couple of dishes, one that was shaped like a holly leaf, and these candlesticks, and then one other item. And the other item sold in December. And these did not sell until now. I'll show you Lefton. So there's a sticker, vintage, made in Japan. And they were in pretty good shape. I think one had a small chip, and there was some candle wax. Oh yeah, there's the chip right there. And then they had a little bit of candle wax in the bowls, but I cleaned them up for the most part. So anyway, those were listed quite a while, and I was ready to let them go. I don't like having breakable things around. I listed them for $20, and I took an offer of $15. Net after fees and costs of goods was $9.13. So Lefton Hollyberry, if you see it, you should look it up because some pieces are less common and more desirable. This Under Armour polo shirt came in a men's thread-up box, paid $4.40. I would not pick it up normally, but I get a lot of Under Armour in my men's thread-up boxes, and it sells. You just have to price it right. Even though it's very saturated, people like it. This is always put whether it'll always tell you if it's loose or fitted, and some items are heat gear or cold gear. And if they are, you should put that in your titles because heat gear is for the summer and cold gear is for the winter. And people do look for those particular features. So I listed this in April for $16.99 and got a full price sale. Net after every cost was $8.64. These Cider brand pants. This is my style of cover shot for pants almost always. I show the back, the waistband, and how wide the leg is, which is much more attractive, I think, than this. So these are wide leg pants, so wide you can't even see the space in between. And I just think that is a more attractive photo. I'd appreciate hearing what you think about my pants method. But anyway, these pants, I picked them up because I thought they were amazing. They're like a basket weave knit. They were hot pink. They were XL. Cider, I don't know anything about the brand, but I listed them for $20 and I sold them for $20. Where the heck was that sale? Sold them for $20 on Poshmark. Net after fees and cost of goods, paid $1.25 at the bins. And net after everything was $14.75. So, love to hear if you have any comments about that. Of course, I put Barbie in the keywords. So, they probably went to the movies. Okay, the next item is back on eBay, and we are at August 4th, and I have to pick up the pace. Man. Tankini swim top in a 14 triple D. Sold on an offer for $22. I generally list my swim tops at $24.99, whether they're Land's End, LL Bean, Miracle Suit, I'll list for $29.99. These are tops only. And then I'll take offers anywhere between $18 and $22. So $22 was the offer on this. Got that at the bins for $1.28. My net after everything, $15.69. Here is a Land's End thing that previous one I've had since May. This one I've had since January of 2022. Paid $3.99 for it, and I have no idea why it took so long to sell. Size 16, brown. Brown is less common. I like to buy things that will go with navy blue swim shorts or black swim shorts. Brown, not so easy. That's probably why. I just happen to have a pair of brown swim shorts myself. I've got brown, navy blue, and black. And I don't know. I shouldn't have got this. $3.99 I paid for it. Sold it for $10. And my profit was $3.95. On one of my ship with me's, you heard about that. Some of these are repeats, so I'll try to go faster for those. Here we are on Poshmark again. This came in a thread-up handbag, a 15 purse box. So my cost there was, where's my cost? $6.67. And I got that in February, and I had like 5 fossil bags in that box. And I think this is the last one to sell. I had a hot pink one, I had a red one, I had a hobo, really some great classic bags. This is beautiful. It's big, a big messenger bag. Sold it for $42. My net after all fees and cost of goods, $24.91. Okay, here we're back on eBay. I already talked about this in a shipping video. And this is Rain Spooner. Paid $3.74. Here's the tag. I paid $3.74. Sold it for full price for $40 after listing it in June. Net after all fees and cost of goods, $27.03. My tip for you on shirts, Hawaiian shirts, whether they're rayon or silk, of course you want to check the brand, but you'll get a better price for a novelty print or with people. Just plain old hibiscus or palm leaves, they get less money. So that's my tip there. I already talked about this sad little universal thread dress. It was new with tags. It's a cute baby doll style. I just paid too much, $3.59, and sold it for $15. So, I don't know. New with tags, Target. Maybe some of it's a score, but my profit here was $6.98. Beta brand 7-pocket dress yoga pants. These kind of had a rib knit texture. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, see it's like little ribs. And I'll show you the Beta brand in the label. These are one of the easier pants to find when you're flipping through because that name just jumps right out at you when you're flipping through labels. But I got these, so we're back on Poshmark on the 5th. I got these on July 1st, and I paid $5.39. Listed that. Nope, I took an offer of $29. I also paid a shipping discount. My net after all fees and costs, $15.79. I still get any kind of Beta brand if the cost is around $5 or $6 or less. Oh, I talked about this Narcisco Rodriguez jacket. I'm tired of talking about it. I did it in the ship with me. Yada, yada, yada. My profit was $2.97. Don't buy this. Peruvian Connection. This was Royal Alpaca. Beautiful sweater. There's the label. It's got a llama on it. I'm sorry, not a llama, an alpaca on it. I sold it for $35 after, hold on, oops, that's not the thing, I didn't mean to scroll there. April, I paid $4.99 for it. Peruvian Connection, you can get higher than $35 if it's a design, not a print, but a woven in design. Whether that's South American or tribal or Nordic or anything like that. But a nice plain alpaca sweater still got me $35, and my net profit after all was $23.01. This is definitely an older Lanzantankini, and I listed it in an older style. I listed it in May. I got an offer of $15, and my net profit after everything was $10.71. I'm starting to accept almost any offer on my swim because I would like to start the winter with a little bit less. I got this cut loose cotton jacket in November of 2022, and I accepted an offer of $23. My net after everything was $12.92. Cut loose. It's always very plain, minimalist, capsule, log and look. More and more, instead of log and look, I've been using the words minimalist or capsule wardrobe. And start looking at the fall trends, whether that's on just mainstream fashion or the runway fashion. There's a lot of neutrals, gray, black, cream, white, beige, brown. There's a lot of neutrals and a lot of solids. The whole quiet luxury. I also read an article that said quiet luxury is a myth among the people who are rich. But it can definitely be a look that is popular in the fashion trends. So I'm using minimalist and capsule because I think those will be strong trends this fall and winter. So this vintage structure shirt, silk shirt, I got 2 of them on the same day. I sold one within a month, and the other one took 2 years. So don't buy structure vintage. My profit on it was $11.34. Fly flat. These came in a thread-up box. Where's the tag? There we go. These came in a thread-up box of mixed shoes or mixed clothing. I forget. I paid, no. I got these at a thrift store. I remember where it was. $4.99. I got 2 pairs of fly flat. I think it's fly float. 2 pairs of little clogs. One were Mary Jane and these others were slide-ons. Sold for $25. That was my listing price in about 2 months. My net, after everything, $14.57. Here's a pair of Ariat women's jeans, the Real Perfect Rise Straight in Skyway Chill. Ariat Real Denim, and they had the name right there. So I got these, when did I get these? And again, there's how I just displayed my pants. It shows the back pocket, the waistband, and the hem. I got the Ariat jeans in July, and so they sold in about 30 days. I listed them for $42, and that's what they sold for. I got a bunch of offers of about $25 or $30, and I responded with probably 38 or 40 because they were just listed, and eventually they sold for 42. My net, I paid $4.99 for them. My net after everything, $25.84. You should always check comps, but I recommend most Ariat jeans will be worth it, even if they're not high-rise. LL Bean men's flannel shirt in 100% cotton. This had a mini houndstooth print, you can see there. And of course, you know what LL Bean looks like. I got this shirt in April for $4.99, and I accepted an offer of $21. And my net after everything was $9.91. I generally will get LL Bean flannel if it's in great shape, not all worn out. Ministry of Supply. I have 2 Ministry of Supply men's shirts. I don't purposely buy a lot of button-downs or dress shirts. They usually come in thread-up boxes. But I found 4 Ministry of Supply shirts last December. And I'm telling you today about the 3rd and 4th sales. All 4 of them have sold from December to now. And I paid a little more than I should have probably. How much did I pay? $5.99. The comps were amazing in the store, of course. But then when I got home and listed them all, I got a lot of low offers. Anyway, I sold the 4 of them for $27, $25, $34, and $20. This one in particular, I sold for $34. Took an offer. So they have model names in them. This one took me a little trouble. Yeah, I think this one I had to go hunting to find it. But they have features like vents under the armholes. You see that one? And so that told me it was the Arrow shirt. But if you ever see Ministry of Supply, see if you can find out what model it is. And if it's a great size, you might want to give it a try. But it took me 8 months to sell 4 of them. Next sale was a hard good. I found this 10-inch brass oblong planter or dish, a little large to be a trinket dish, but it could be. And it had oak leaves at each end like a handle. And I bought that for $3.59 in June. And I listed it for $35. I took an offer of $29.75. So my net after all was said and done, $16.06. I do like to get brass. Poetry, my first time finding this, but I have been Looking for it. Show you the label. Poetry. This was found in a side seam. Very difficult to figure it out. And there's the label also. The 100% linen. They are wide leg pants. And again, this shows the pocket, the waistband, and how wide the leg is. And so I listed these Poetry linen pants in July. Paid $5.99. I listed them for $49.90. And I took an offer of $40. So my net after everything was a great $29.96, almost $30. Poetry linen, I love that. Forever 21, not sure why I picked this up. Probably because it, just a great sequined, tasseled swim cover-up. I figured someone would want it. Paid $3.59, sold it for $16.99. My net profit, $10.15. I will never recommend Forever 21 to you. Do your own due diligence. Ellie Tahari rib knit sweater. I bought this in July of 2020, so 3 years ago. Paid $4.99 for it. Finally, it sold on a $17 offer. I don't see anything wrong with it. It's oversized and boxy. It's got this interesting little kind of a V-shaped detail on the front with a high-low. Polyester and rayon blend with a little bit of wool, but yeah, it just took forever. Be careful with Tahari or Ellie Tahari. Don't pay too much. So these interesting shoes, size 12 tassel Oxfords, came in a men's thread-up box, so I paid $4.40. I listed them in April for $49, and I took an offer of $41.65. Probably sent an offer. And so I had a great net profit after everything of $28.79. Yeah, I was worried about those. Giorgio Brutini, very expensive, but resale, not that great. Hi, kids. I had to come back and say that's the end of part 1. This video was way too long. So I just want to say thanks for watching part 1 if you made it this far. And part 2 will be up the same day. I'm not gonna, I'm just making it easy. Small digestible bites, okay? So anyway, stop talking. That's the end of part 1. What's sold at the beginning of August. Bye, kids.